Hello everyone, welcome to News Extra, and there's an event coming up at the Chimney Rock Historic Site. That's a collaboration that involves the Scotts Bluff National Monument, the National Park Service as well. We're talking about music on the trails, and I have Sandra Reddish with History Nebraska here with me, along with Kayla Gasker from the National Park Service at the Scotts Bluff National Monument. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Tell us a little bit about music on the trails, the genesis of the idea, and what people can expect when they stop by.
So the Music on the Trails event is going to feature an interpretive program by one of our park volunteers, Jerry Lucas, and then we will have music and refreshments where the public can come out and see the visitor center, explore the exhibits, learn a little bit more about Chimney Rock's relationship with Scotts Bluff and vice versa, and how they were both extremely prominent landmarks on the Oregon Trail.
Definitely so. Now, with Chimney Rock, obviously, your involvement in hosting this event, what's the interpretive program kind of all about?
Oh, well, yours is going to be,
the interpretive program will be about the Studebaker family and how they came from Germany and then settled in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and then South Bend, Indiana. And they went from blacksmiths to manufacturing the wagons and becoming one of the more prominent wagon manufacturers. We have one on display at the monument. And then, moving into the automobile industry. So that program isn't necessarily music-based, but it talks about the history of the trails. It talks about all the different components of the history of the trails. And it wasn't just the Oregon Trail. We're talking about the California Trail, the Mormon Trail. And then, of course, passing by Chimney Rock, which was the most noted landmark on those trails. So
at the time, definitely. Definitely.
Scotts Bluff is second. I mean, we're just right behind.
Well, the Chimney Rock mentioned quite a bit more prominently in the journals of the pioneers as they came across during the westward expansion. Of course, this event coming up a little bit later in the week. How do people take part? Free admission? What's involved?
Right, free admission for that day only. The hours, you mentioned 3 to 6?
It'll be 3 to 6. We'll have the program first, and people can come and enjoy the interpretive program, listen to some music, refreshments. The bookstore will be open there at Chimney Rock, so if people need last minute, Christmas gifts or historical stocking stuffers.
Yes,
that would be a great opportunity to come out and explore one of the most prominent landmarks on the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, and of course there's a lot of changes going on, or it's going to be going on fairly shortly with the Chimney Rock Visitation Site through History Nebraska and the Nebraska State Historical Foundation. And we'll be back on News Extra in just a moment to tell you about that. And we're back on News Extra. We're talking about Music on the Trails, an event that's coming up at the Chimney Rock Historical Site Visitor Center. And I have Kayla Gasker here from the National Park Service at Scotts Bluff National Monument, as well as Sandra Reddish from History Nebraska. Again, thank you very much for joining us.
Sure.
There's some changes that are going to be coming to the Chimney Rock Visitor Center.
Correct.
Starting up actually fairly soon after we hit a fundraising milestone through the Nebraska State Historical Society Foundation.
Right. We are, the last day to visit will be October 31st, and we will be officially closed on November 1st. Construction and all that will take place during the late fall into the winter, and we are projected to be open in May 2020.
Yeah, that is the plan,
And so for this event on the 19th, it's a great way for folks that it's been a long time since they've been there to come by and see it one more time. We have added some fun little somewhat simple interactives that is appealed to the visitors. And we also have renderings from the architect drawings to show just what is entailed in the expansion. And so, it'd just really be a nice way to just say, I call it the last hurrah for the visitor center.
Before the winter really, after winter sets in, I guess, with the way the temperatures have been going. But and there's also going to be a rendering for the really unique and unique statue that's going to, the sculpture that's going to be installed as part of this renovation as well. There should, I've seen the brochure. It's really kind of neat.
Okay. Well, you're ahead of the game because I haven't seen the brochure.
and of course, that sculpture is paying homage to the people who, as they were passing through, decided to stay behind and place roots here in the Nebraska Panhandle. And of course, you'll get a chance to see details on the expansion at the Visitor Center coming up here during the event. Music on the Trails coming up on the 19th. Again, give us some details, Kayla.
So it is Saturday, October 19th from 3 to 6. History Nebraska is waiving the admission fee, so it is free for folks to come out, enjoy refreshments, some music, pioneer music, learn a little bit about the Studebaker family and their contributions to the Oregon Trail, explore the exhibits, see what is it in store for the exciting new renovation and expansion, kind of similar to what Scotts Bluff National Monument is going through. So come 2020, it's going to be a great year to visit these two landmarks.
One and both, yeah.
Yeah, maybe something. It's a twofer for
exactly.
for the for folks to come out and see, because we haven't been. Well, the place was built in '94. Yeah. So it's been a while.
It's been a little while.
Yeah, it needs a major facelift.
Yeah, and it was the Ethel Abbott Charitable Foundation that really got it over the finish line in '94, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And again, getting it to the fundraising goal for the renovations taking place starting a little bit later this year. Music on the Trails coming up on the 19th.
19th, 3 to 6.
From 3 to 6 at the Chimney Rock Visitor Center historical site. Kayla, Sandra, thank you very much for joining us on News Extra today.
Thank you.
Hope to see you soon.
Yeah.